Y'all told me that when something is hooked to a variable by multiplication, to undo multiplication, you use division. And you're absolutely right. So let's look at this next problem here, which happens to say that I've got y divided by 6, and that's equal to 13. Now let's go through our questions again with this. Our first question is going to be, do I have any parentheses? No. Do I have any like terms on the left? No. Any like terms on the right of the equal? No. What side is your variable on? The left. Is there anything added or subtracted to or from that variable? No. How is that variable attached to that 6? Division. What's the opposite of division? So that means multiplication is going to undo division. So that means I'm going to multiply both sides of this equation by 6. And you can think about that as 6 over 1. The 6's cancel to 1 and leaves me 1y. And 6 times 13, let's see, 6 3s is 18, carry 1, 6 1s is 6, and 1 is 78. So I'm getting 78. We need to, just as before, we need to check it. So we go back to the original equation, and we're going to put 78 in for 6. In for y. And we're going to divide. 6 into 7 is 1 with 1 left over. Bring down the 8. 6 into 18 is 3. So it checks. What do I circle for my answer? 78. Y'all are correct. Questions? Have you noticed we're working on the principle of to undo multiplication, we use its opposite of division. To undo division, we use its opposite, which is multiplication. And what you do to one side of the equation, you must do to the other side of the equation. Okay, here is the next problem. And I want you to do it. And then we will check it, do it, check it, and check it against your neighbor then. And here is the problem I want you to do. 2 and 6/10 x is equal to 13 and 52 hundredths. Okay, let's go through the questions and see how you came out on this problem. Were there any parentheses? No. Any like terms to the left of the equal? No. To the right of the equal? No. What side's your variable on? Left side. Was there anything added to, subtracted from the variable? No. How is the 2 and 6/10 hooked to the variable? Multiplication. What's the opposite of multiplication? Division. And what did you divide by? 2 and 6/10. That's right. And what did you get when you divided by 2 and 6/10? 5 and 2/10. And hopefully you took the time to come over here and to check it. We've got 2 and 6/10 times x is equal to 13 and 52 hundredths. And what did you put in for x? 5 and 2/10. I'm about to run out of board space, aren't I? Okay, 52 hundredths. And so you multiplied this out. When you multiplied 2 and 6/10 and 5 and 2/10, what did you get? 13 and 52 hundredths. It checked. So what did you circle for your answer? 5.2. Okay, here is another problem for you to do. And you know the routine by now. Do it and check it with your neighbor. Negative 9/6y is equal to negative 3/5. Okay, the same questions as usual. Any parentheses? No. Any like terms to the left of the equal? No. To the right of the equal? No. On the side of the variable, the left side, anything added or subtracted from the variable? No. How is the negative 9/6 attached to the variable? Multiplication. What undoes multiplication? Division. Division undoes multiplication, but when we divide by a fraction, what do? Multiply by its reciprocal. What is the reciprocal of negative 9/6? Negative 6/9. Oops. And so over here I want a negative 6/9 also. And so look at what happens. First of all, we know a negative times a negative makes a positive. The 9's go to 1, the 6's go to 1, and that leaves me with a y. And we know a negative times a negative over here on the right's a positive. And you can go straight across and then reduce it, or you can cancel diagonally here. 3 into 3 is 1, 3 into 9 is 3. And did you realize you can cancel straight up and down? 3 into 3 is 1, 3 into 6 is 2. We said a negative times a negative is a positive. 1 times 2 is 2, and 5 times 1 is 5. Or if you went straight across, then you'd reduce it at the end, and you should have still got 2/5. Did y'all get 2/5? Did you check it?
Yep.
And it checked out. Good. So we got 2/5. Questions? Okay. This now brings us to where we are going to increase what we're doing here. You notice that I kept asking you the same questions over and over. I asked you the question of, were there any parentheses? Were there any like terms to the left of the variable, to the right of the, to the left of the equal, to the right of the equal? What side was the variable on? Did the variable have anything added or subtracted to or from it? How was the number hooked to the variable? And we went from there on it. And some of you are sitting there going, oh, my word, these questions are so stupid. They never have a yes answer to them. But we're fixing to see them where they do have a yes answer to them. Okay? And I'm going to save this segment out, and we're going to do this on the third segment.